All right, happy Friday night, everybody. We've made it. We've made it to the end of the week. Glad you guys are hanging out with us here in the Arctic Air Studio, 101 or whatever it is today. Cold front coming in next week, going to drop us all the way down to the mid 90s. Hi there. Welcome to summertime in Texas. So we're going to have fun tonight. It's a no sports Friday night. We've done sports all week. Yeah, there's probably sports we could do tonight. Why do we have to? We don't have to. We can do stuff. We're going to do music tonight. Greatest concert you've ever been to, or concerts, and the bands you never saw in concert, the bands you never saw live that you wish you had, that you would have had an opportunity to, but you didn't. Not like, you're 20 years old and you didn't get to see the Beatles. No, doesn't work that way. No, I mean, legitimately, you could have seen them. You didn't get to see them. So all that, we asked the early arrivals to do a couple of things. Let us know the audio is good. The video is good. Those of you coming in on Twitter right now, on YouTube, on Facebook Live, all you got to do is jump in and say, hey, audio's good, video's good. Hit us in the comment section. Comment away thanks to United Supermarkets. Now, we got the 4th of July coming up, July the 4th, 4th of July. And there's going to be a lot of grilling, a lot of stuff going on. That's why you need to check out this weekend the ad specials at Market Street in United Supermarkets. I guarantee you're going to get some great deals if you're cooking up a bunch of meat, and we assume it's meat. I mean, I don't know, poultry or whatever, sausage, whatever it's going to be. Stuff you want to cook up, grill up, you need to check out the ad specials for United Supermarkets. So, yeah, we're brought to you by that. Domino's Pizza bringing to you tonight the show this weekend. Again, Domino's Pizza, the app is amazing, and all you got to do is just sign up for it. All of a sudden, you got all these specials coming in. So, yeah, maybe you don't want to cook. Maybe you just want to get some pizzas delivered. Domino's Pizza will take care of you this weekend. And then there's our friends. If you are sneaking out of town this summer, they've got reservations available. You just got to check, and depends on how many and, folks are going or whatever. West Condominium and Hotel, Red River, New Mexico. It's a bajillion degrees outside right now. It's not in Red River. I think that's the best sales spot I can make, but they have great service. They have great rooms, great rates, very affordable. If you're taking a family, check it out. Lifts West, okay? Tell my man Billy we sent you. All right, let's do it. Let's get this thing rolling. In 3, in 2. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, TheRaiderland.com. You started the day by going there and telling us the most Texan thing you have done this week. You can jump in right now here on the show, thanks to United Supermarkets on the chat line, and tell us the most Texan thing you have done this week. Tonight, we want to know on the No Sports Friday, greatest concerts you've been to, and the bands you never saw live that you wish you had, that legitimately you could have seen live. Like, I could not have seen the Beatles live. They broke up about a year after I was born. No, I'm not going to be able to see that. But I could have seen the Stones. And you know what? I've never seen the Rolling Stones live. The closest I got was in, I think, 89 or 90. Steel Wheels Tour was going through Dallas. Had a cousin who I think had tickets or something. We were both going to tech at the time. And then the next thing I know, I think he's there and I'm not there. So what is it tonight? No sports Friday. We've worked sports all this. Then there's the shows you never got to see. So all of that. We can also ask this question tonight. What do you prefer on the heat cold scale? Said today on Twitter, I'm firmly now in the camp of give me 32 degrees in a car or jacket and I'm fine. Give me 102 degrees and I'm out. I am cold weather guy now. Totally cold weather guy versus hot weather guy. I don't know if that is a function of age. Maybe it is. Maybe you guys can tell me. I don't know. But I am that way now. I am just the heat. And I think it's really a psychological thing that's a beat down on the heat. Chris, Texas Jam, he does the double X, 86. So who did you see on that one, Chris? Greatest concert ever. We got thumbs up from James. We don't know why. We don't know what we did. And then we got off of YouTube. Michael jumping in, saw the new Dallas Mavericks owner is going to donate $100 million to the Trump campaign. That's very different from the old Mavericks owner, isn't it? Hell, it might make me a Dallas Mavericks fan. So 86 Van Halen. We're in the transition, aren't we? Right there. We're going from David Lee Roth into Sammy Hagar, I think, in 86, or yeah, it would have been very close. Very close on that. I can't remember exactly which year it was. Yeah. That would have been pretty cool. Texas Jam was awesome no matter what year you went, no matter who was going. First year with Sammy Hagar. Yeah, I got to see him play at the Coliseum in 84. Yeah. The I Can't Drive 55 tour, I think, was 84. Had a wrecked out Mustang on the stage. It was really cool. Don't know how we got in. Don't want to know. I probably went to more concerts on nights my parents thought I was spending the night with Don Price or somebody else, and we were actually going to concerts at the Coliseum. Then they really want to know. It doesn't matter now. I can't get in trouble for it, right? I can't get in trouble. Yeah, 83, 84. You know, I was at shows. Let's see, CJ, cool weather guy, not cold weather. Comes with age. Cool weather guy. Yeah, cold weather. I'm good with cold weather now. I find it invigorating. I do. I enjoy. Put on the jacket. It's fine. I'm good with that. Heat, hot makes me just want to take a nap. Do something else. James worked HVAC in college. July is awful. Bring cold, yeah. And bring the Arctic air. You know what I'm talking about. Callthebear.com. Arctic air. Chris went to 86 first ever concert. Sammy 5150 tour. Yeah, that's what it would have been. 5150. Although I thought he had that in 84, 85. I Can't Drive 55. Man, I don't know. Jeez, I'm old. Greatest concerts you've ever been to. The topic tonight. The shows you never went to that you wish you had. Stones, I could have gone to the Stones a couple times, didn't do it. Sorry. The Eagles obviously have come to Lubbock 25 times since 1999, and I'm going to pay $100 to go see them. Now, if I could have seen them in the 70s, I would have done it. In the 90s, in the 2000s, not going to do it. We had free tickets at the radio station. The Hell Freezes Over tour where they played the Cotton Bowl. What was that, 95? Yeah. So your best, your favorite, your coolest concerts ever, whatever you want to do on that. Now, they might not have a great concert going on with Hagar, but Lifts West this summer, you can get up there and then you can go up on Bitter Creek and see some cool stuff there with Michael Martin Murphey. They've got music, live music all around town, whether it's Motherlode or, down there at the Bull of the Woods or anything else. You want to see some music? They got some music. I will absolutely wake up my friend if you're going up there and you tell me you're there and say, hey, Fitz Davis, get your guitar or at least the mandolin or something you got to play. So you guys can check that out. And then we can also talk about tonight. For those who are with it, I know it's Friday night. This is why we do the non-sports thing. It's Friday night in the dead of summer. People are out doing stuff, but I love you so much that I'm willing to do this. But I'm going to do it on my terms. And we're going to do no sports on a Friday. Chris says the loudest was Nugent 38 Special Open. Wow, what year was that? So that's probably about 82 or 3, if it's Uncle Ted. A friend of mine went to work for Ted Nugent, by the way, as a personal PR guy. He ended up dating his daughter for a while. Really cool story. He went to Texas Tech. His name was Razor Dobbs. He ended up having a show on the Outdoor Channel about 15 years ago called Killing Crap with Razor Dobbs. Anyhow, he first got a job in PR Saw CCR, wanted to see AC/DC, but they were never. Yeah, CCR, I wouldn't walk across. If CCR were literally playing on the opposite side of my septic tank tonight, I'd probably go out there and say, hey, turn it down. I got nothing for CCR. Now, you people love CCR or anything else, that's fine, but sorry. The only thing worse than CCR is like, CCR with, what is it, Nash or whatever. Best concert, says Joseph Henderson. Bob Seger in El Paso, 1981. Was that at the basketball arena there? I can't remember what it's called now. They named it after the Haskins Center now, but it wasn't that then. I wish I could have seen Zeppelin. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen Zeppelin. So Bob Seger in 81. Okay, that's prime right there. That's prime Bob Seger. I mean, then it's turned the page. Not page. Page. Strung out on the highway east of Omaha. I was waiting for the CCR burn down. Yeah. So, well, I mean, yeah. Sorry. It's not a reflection on you, James. It's the band. It's the band. Greatest concerts you've ever been to on a No Sports Friday. The bands you never saw that you could have seen. That you could have seen. That you never got to see. That they were in your wheelhouse for the most part. I'll give you one right now. Never saw a freaking Journey. And I had numerous opportunities over the years in Dallas and other places to see Journey. How the hell could I not see Journey from 80 to 92 or whatever? I saw Mark Chestnut like 8 times. We can do this rock, country, whatever you guys want to do. One of the best shows I ever saw, by the way, it was a George Strait show. Here was I think I've got this right. You missed the Scorpions. Yeah, so did I. I would have liked to have seen the Scorpions. Big city. Anyhow, pretty sure this was the lineup. So it's George Strait, it's Charlie Daniels, and it's Reba McEntire. Early 90s. It goes CDB first because Charlie, gets started. Then it goes Reba, and then it goes George Strait. That right there, and we're peak Reba, peak George, and Charlie Daniels is just like, hey, I'm just happy to be here. Hell of a show. Michael, I didn't see Chris Ledoux, but could have at the Fair Park Coliseum before he died. Yeah. If you're talking about a Lubbock show, that would have been around 99 or 2000, really right before he died. I saw Chris Ledoux 7 or 8 times in different places. Never disappointed. Ever. Never disappointed. Chris, as a teenager, I did not sing it. Big city. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know. Another great concert. Parents didn't know about. Spending the night with a friend. Older brother's going. High and Dry to Def Leppard, 83, 84, whatever year it was, coming through the Coliseum. Who the hell is letting kids like us go out there? Jeez. Beautiful. Beautiful. My youth was wasted on my youth. All right, so now we get into the Joe Ely category with CJ, and then we get into the difference between a concert and a show. Like Joe Ely at Farm Aid concert, Joe Ely, in a big arena concert. So Joe Ely show, yeah. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've seen Ely perform over the years, different places around West Texas and otherwise. So do we go, that's a concert, or that's a show? I would say this. If you get to see Joe Ely perform 70s, 80s, 90s, and even early 2000s, live at Antone's, still good. Early 2000s, still putting together good shows. You saw a great concert. You saw a great show. 100%. Saw them in different venues, different places. Um, Always great. Trying to think, there were a couple in Lubbock in the mid '90s. Okay, so Ely Band, this is about '97, summer '97. So this is pre-Dixie Chicks really exploding. They're getting close. Natalie Maines has replaced Laura Lynch as lead singer. But there's this local artist who's playing in a band called the Groovies out of Amarillo, 95, 96, 97, by the name of Susan Gibson. And she writes a really cool song called Wide Open Spaces. And Susan is performing that night as part of the opening act before Ely with Lloyd Maines, and her guitar breaks in the middle of the set, and she's really nervous, and she's almost in tears. And Lloyd kind of gets her figured out, gets her straightened out. They get through the set. It's not bad. People don't know who she is right now. They have no idea who she is and why Wide Open Spaces is a big deal. And then Ely comes on stage with the Joe Ely Band. This would have been at the Depot Warehouse or whatever they would have called it at that time, and blows the roof off and brings her out for the encore, the end of the show. Would You Settle for Love? Now this is really cool because about that same time when he was doing the encore for Settle for Love, he was bringing Natalie Maines out, who didn't have a deal at the time, 94, 95. Lloyd's daughter, obviously, and she'd do it. And they bring out Susan, and it was just a really cool show, great show. So we talk about Ely, different from a concert, from a show. Pink Floyd, Momentary Lapse of Reason was crazy. Where did you see it, Chris? You didn't see it in Lubbock. I'll guarantee you that. Greatest concerts you saw, bands you never saw in concert that you wish you had. Eazy-E, NWA, Eazy-E, Dallas, Texas, Reunion Arena. Thank you very much. Did not buy the T-shirt that my roommate had. I want Easy. That's cool. Kiss Unmasked opened in Lubbock '91. Think Poison opened. Kiss played Lubbock a ton. 70s and 80s. This is where I wish I had Bill. Oh no, I feel really bad. William Kearns, Bill Kearns, entertainment editor for the AJ. He could probably tell me like Kiss played Lubbock like 12 times, and they came in a couple of times when they started tours because they would rehearse at the Coliseum, and the running joke was the Coliseum was so bad that if they sounded good at the Coliseum in rehearsal, they'd sound good everywhere else on tour. Take it for what it's worth. Anyhow, yeah. I saw Kiss twice, maybe at the Coliseum, mid-late 80s, and then maybe that 91 concert you're talking about right there. I don't remember Poison being a part of it. I don't remember the opening act. Probably wasn't there. James, my wife, and I went to Tool this past February in Oklahoma City. Tool. Assume that's a band. I thought that was like lace and stuff that went on a fancy dress. We have Tool, but apparently Tool is. I'm being told. What's that? Being told in my ear that Tool is a band. Okay, so me and Bill Clinton and Joe Biden, we agree Tool's a band. Why would you want an alternative to rock? Why would you just not want rock? Michael, my favorite concert, third row floor seat in Colorado to see Garth Brooks a couple of years ago. I'm not a huge Garth Brooks. I'm like 88, 89, 90 Garth Brooks guy. I was there, Pike Fest, 89, fall of 89, fall of 90. fall of '90 Pike Fest, where the Pikes had agreed to a concert about like 6 months ago, and he wasn't anybody anything, and then he had two things chart. And I'll give him credit for this. He agreed to play Pike Fest that year for what they had scheduled it for, which is like $10,000. And also he was getting like, $100,000, $80,000 a show, whatever. He agreed to do the show for what they scheduled it for, and I believe I've got the story right. I like it. We're going to go with it. So they're in '90, fall of '90. They actually gave him an extra like $20,000 because they made more on that Pike Fest than any other show ever. That was back when you had Pike Fest. You had the K Phi Delta Calf Fry. You had the old out there at the lake. Yeah, that was a spring deal. I'm trying to think of all the old fraternity fundraiser concerts and everything else. Anyhow, there you go. Chris, Flatland Cavalry, good people, good shows. Nowadays, Flatland puts on a great concert. My son's going to be out there tonight. The old Panhandlers, Cook's Garage, the Cotton Fest going on. Thank you, Will Clark Green. Thank you, Josh Abbott, for hanging around, coming back into town, putting on a show. Way too late for me to be out there. It'll be dark. My God, music after dark. We can't have that. So yeah, I know. I'm like talking to myself. Hold on. You already have a ticket? Okay, good for you. Flatland Cavalry. I appreciate the quality of music that they put together. It's not my favorite, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be my favorite. It doesn't have to be your favorite. I appreciate the depth of the music they put together because it's a lot better and it has a lot more depth and a lot more layer than most of the Texas country shit that's out there right now. And I would be even hesitant to call what Flatland does Texas country. I think it's just good music. I think most of the Texas country out there tonight, right now, is just garbage. And while you're at it, get off my yard, get off my lawn. But no, seriously, I really think it's bad music. Buddy Holly in November. Yeah. All right, a few more minutes. By the way, we're not going to hear from David Collier tonight. He is on the road traveling, either watching his son play ball or going to see his daughter. Either one. Either way, David Collier not going to be here. And that's a shame because he should be here every night because you guys love him. You love to hear from him. The wisdom that he imparts upon you every night. So I apologize that there is no after the show David Collier. I like after the show David Collier. It's like an athlete coming off the field. They get back to the locker room. They got like a 5-minute cool down. They're rubbing a towel over their head. They're whatever, and everything. And then it's like the media comes in there asking questions, and that's freaking Collier after the show when he jumps on here. You never know what he's going to say. I don't know what you're saying yes to, Chris. I'm going to assume it's everything I've said, 100%. What do you prefer, 102 degrees heat or 32 degrees cold? I am fully on the cold one. It's a no sports Friday night. Couple of more minutes left. Guess we could maybe break the rules and talk a little sports if we want to, but I mean, really, what would we want to talk about? Now, next week, we'll talk about Tech and Adidas and how this is a great thing for Texas Tech. The right time, the right moment, the right place. It's a great thing for Texas Tech. I'm trying to think if we saw anything weird on Twitter as well this evening, this afternoon. No, nothing I can think of. Mainly. You guys can probably tell me. And if you're on Twitter, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, thanks to United Supermarkets, you can chime in right now. Right. A couple more minutes to go. Jump in. Concerts, the best ones you've seen. The bands you never saw that you wish you could have seen. That you could have legitimately seen. Stone's probably number one for me. Yeah, what the hell was I thinking? And now, I'll be real honest with you, I don't want to see them. I don't want to see the Stones at age 80 prancing around. It's not going to work for me. I want to see them. Stillwell's tour probably was the tour I should have gone to see. CJ, Peter Frampton was here in Tulsa. It was amazing. Do you feel like I do? Frampton comes alive. Man, I'm sure it was good. And he's the cool thing about Peter Frampton, Chris, CJ, is he has embraced Peter Framptonness over the years, that he gets it. Everybody loves him from a 1977 live album where he had a really cool microphone effect and he played guitar, and that was like awesome. And we'd never seen it before. And we're like, okay, so what's the other song after you do, do you feel like I do? Well, there is no other song. That's why it goes 30 minutes. But he gets it. And we respect that. Yeah, good hair. I remember from mine in Lubbock, Blaine, his older brother Blake, and Blake would have been, Wheelhouse, Peter Frampton, Comes Alive, 76, 77, type. And I remember him growing his hair out and having it permed, the Frampton deal. He also had a drum set that was kind of cool. It means nothing, really. I'm just remembering that, I grew up in an era where my friends' older brothers looked like Peter freaking Frampton. Chris, cold better than he. Most memorable concert for me, Guns N' Roses. Ooh. 2 weeks after the St. Louis concert riot. I don't remember the the date of the riot. Give me a time frame there, Chris. I saw a couple of shows over the years, more than a few shows at Starplex, and some of them I can remember. And some of them are recreated by the police reports that my cousin showed me afterwards. Apparently I was involved. Didn't know. What year would that have been? I was never a big GNR fan. Not my thing. I don't know why. They come out, and I'm in high school. All that 92, 93. Yeah, you're probably right on that. Okay. I was never a big GNR fan. Just didn't do anything for me. That kind of rock, I know this sounds weird, but more of a hard rock AC/DC style than. See, I always thought GNR was still a little bit kind of wussy, going more towards the grunge and everything else. That's a debate for another time. Don't hate them. Don't have anything against it. Just what my deal in that moment. I can't remember. I think they played Lubbock like 89 or 90. I was at Tech. Almost certain they played the Coliseum around that time. CJ, Red Hot Chili Peppers, one I wish I could see. Never saw him. A buddy of mine was a huge fan. Saw him like 8 times, late 80s, early 90s while we were in school. He was almost like, a deadhead, but, whatever you'd call somebody who's following the Chili Peppers around. He had his own tube sock that he'd wear, and if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. And we're like, all right, good on you. Yay. Chili Peppers, again, not against it. But when some of that music was coming out, that's when I was transitioning back from more of a rock stance to more of an alt country, new country, and we could have a discussion on, where somebody like Dwight Yoakam would fall in 88, 89, different stuff like that, coming around on that front, and getting away from some of the rock. Never abandoned rock. Didn't abandon rock. But we had a lot of interesting different stuff going on. Also, I was working at a college radio station in 88, 89, 90. So I've got all this new alt music that's going on. That was really cool. I had a lot of different influences, a lot of fun. About 1 minute left. 1 minute. It's done. That's not good. I'm just looking at my phone, seeing if we got anything interesting over here. Every now and then, people will text me different things. All right. Well, it's been enjoyable. ZZ Top 76. Hold on, we may have a winner. Bismarck, North Dakota had short hair. You had it down to your shoulder. Okay, we may have something here. Their hair was getting long, it wasn't completely short. We may have something here. And yeah, I wish I could have seen Zeppelin live. Um, at my age, wouldn't have been able to see them at a good time frame. So, holy cow, ZZ Top. Okay, that may be the winner tonight. Joe just waiting there on the top rope, waiting for everybody to clear out, and then he's going to come in belly first with a chair, belly first, wham. Yeah, ZZ Top 76. We're in North Dakota. It was awesome. Really cool. Nicely done. All right, you guys can do a couple of things for me. Give love to the replay people. We wish we could do this at a time when everybody could be here all at once. It doesn't work that way. We understand it. Also, hey, thanks for hanging out on a Friday. Normally during the summertime, I might be here on a Friday, I might not. If we do it, it's going to be a non-sports deal. Thanks for playing along. We appreciate that. Then you can share it. You can put it on Facebook, Twitter, anything else. You can share our page at theraiderland.com. That would be awesome. And everybody, if you would subscribe, whether you watch it on YouTube or not, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ryan Hines Raiderland. Chris can show you how to do it. And Chris, you can invite people and say, hey, subscribe. The more we get, we really want 500 on that. It's a big line of demarcation that when you get 500, it really explodes what you're doing and gets it out there, and it helps our sponsors. And you know what? That allows us to do what we do. So if you can do that, that'd be cool. All right, end stream, yeah. And oh, great. You got to do it again. Hit the end stream again. Okay.